I cannot believe we finally reached 10K subscribers on YouTube. I mean, thank you guys so much for enjoying my content and wanting to follow along. From the bottom of my heart, I deeply, deeply appreciate each and every one of you guys. And so I decided to pull up your most asked questions, wanting to see specific Funko Pops in my collection, wanting to understand my collection, wanting to understand me, myself, who I am. So we're gonna get into that. Cue in the intro. Just in case you guys don't know, my name is Ronnie, aka Hype Current, and I collect Funko Pops. So here we are in my Funko collector room. So one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, what was my first Funko Pop? And for the longest time, I always thought it was my Wanda Maximoff Funko Pop. Her 70, I believe it's the 70s Wanda, which I'll put in an image here, but that was my first Funko Pop that I thought. But it actually was this Donald Duck Funko Pop, which I think is actually behind me. It was actually this Donald Duck Monsters Inc. Funko Pop from Kingdom Hearts. And I forgot that I went to a toy convention in Vegas like years ago. And there was one booth that had like tons of Funko Pops, and at the time I wasn't a collector. I wasn't like into it. I didn't understand it, and I believe they were doing a deal at the convention where it's like, if you buy four for so what price or whatever. My brother was already buying some, so he was like, are you sure you don't want anything, whatever? And I was like looking around and I seen, oh, Donald Duck. And even before I started collecting Funko Pops, I was always a huge Donald Duck fan, so I was like, oh sure, I'll get this one. And I picked this bad boy up and I took it out of the box and like placed it in my room, and I totally forgot about it. But it wasn't until this Wanda Maximoff Funko Pop that I started like collecting. Like, it was solely this Funko Pop that made me a collector. I loved WandaVision. I loved like the whole story of it, and I was like, oh, I want to collect the whole WandaVision collection. So I started collecting. I started like grabbing all the different ones, and it just was a snowball effect from there. Another question I get asked all the time is wanting to see specific collections, which I don't mind doing. And obviously I can't show you everything, but I will show you some of the top ones that I get asked the most. So first off, I get asked a lot about my One Piece collection. So here they are. All right, so my One Piece collection isn't the largest, but let me show you guys what I have. Starting it off with Monkey D. Luffy, of course. Then up here we got Nami. We got Roanoa Zoro, well, a few of him. And then over here I got Usopp and another Monkey D. Luffy. And I believe I have a few more somewhere here. Yep, so I got the chase of the Luffy Gear 5, as well as the chase for Roanoa Zoro. And I have the glow-in-the-dark Chalice collectible Zoro. Then here I have some of my like newer ones, which I just recently got in from WonderCon. It's Emporio Ivankov. Then I also got this Funko exclusive Armored Luffy, and I believe that is it for my One Piece collection. And another collection that I get asked about a lot is my Avatar collection. We got most of it right here. So of course you got Aang, you got Katara, you got Sokka. You got the whole fam up here. I kind of tried to separate it from like good versus evil. I mean, granted, I know Go and Uncle Iroh technically are like good. So, you know, technically they should be down there. But I mean, I basically just separated Fire Nation from everyone else. I also have this Freddy Funko as Aang. I don't have very many Legend of Korra Pops, but if we're counting it with the Avatar collection, I also have Varric as well. And I also get asked a lot about my Demon Slayer collection. It is not the biggest collection, but here we have it. I mean, you can see, a decent amount of all the characters. I am not going to go through all of them, but I mean, you got your Tanjiros, you got your Zenitsus, you got Rengoku, you got the whole fam here. I also have this Funko exclusive Shinobu, as well as this Funko exclusive Obanai Iguru. Got another Nezuko, And another Zenitsu. I believe that is all for my Demon Slayer collection as of now, at least. And last but not least, I get asked a bunch of times about my Spider-Man collection, so here that is. All right, and as far as my Spider-Man collection goes, I mean, I have a majority of them all over here. You got one kind of hidden back there. This guy here. Honestly, I have like Spider-Man like kind of all over my room. That guy. Spinneret. I mean, we got Spider-Man 2211. We got Zombie Hunter Spidey. Miles Morales. We got the Chase. Other Miles Morales. We got Bullseye with his Spider-Man shirt. This Funko exclusive Spider-Man. Another Zombie Hunter Spidey, but this one is the Hot Topic exclusive. Another Miles Morales, this time in his strike suit. We got Spider-Man in his Christmas sweater. Iron Spider. We got Gingerbread Spider-Man. Spider-Ham. We have this Diamond Collection Spider-Man. I mean, I just have a bunch of Spider-Man pops, so it is kind of hard to show you all of them. And I will say, I think Spider-Man is probably one of the collections that I have the most of. Like, I don't think I own as many of any other character in my collection. I could be completely wrong, but like, I can't think of any other character that I could possibly have a lot of. Another question that I get asked about a lot is, how do I get my Funko Pops to stand on my walls? A lot of people will tell me that, you know, after 4 or 5, it starts to topple over. And they're like, how do you like keep your pops from falling over? So let me share my little trick with you guys. The secret to keep all my Funko Pops on this wall without falling is a little secret, which isn't that big of a secret, but the bottom 3 rows here are actually hard case protectors, and the hard case protectors for the most part stack really well. So for example, I just kind of have them locked like that, and since they're against my wall, when I put a pop on top of it, it like holds fairly well. Also, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it pretty much perfectly hits the top of my roof perfectly, so it kind of helps, like, I don't know the terminology I'm trying to use, but like it helps keep everything flat against the wall, and like the roof kind of helps sit everything down to keep everything perfectly aligned. Also, another question I get asked all the time is, where do I put my empty boxes from like the Funko Pops that are out of box? Like, people ask me if I throw them away or what do I do with them? And it is a simple question, so let me show you guys what I do with them. All right, and if you want to know where I keep all of my boxes, they are all in this closet here. I mean, it is wild in here. It is definitely not organized in any kind of way. Like, it is insane in here. I tried to keep them like so I could still see them, but as you can see, I ran out of space here, so these are technically double stacked behind each other because I just started running out of space, and it is insane in here. I mean, on the floor here is just like extra things that I've collected over time. You got tons of Labubus here. I just have a lot of stuff. Another question I get asked all the time is like, what's my favorite Funko Pop? And honestly, it changes every single like day pretty much. Like, if I get a new Funko Pop in, or just like my mood and my vibe when someone asks, it changes. For the most part though, I feel like my Mega Pops are usually on my like top 5, as well as like at least one of my Donald Duck Funko Pops. Like, I mean, Donald Duck is just my favorite character, so he has to be at least in the top 5. And if he's not, then it's like, what are you doing? You know? But it's just so hard for me to choose. It's like asking a parent, who's your favorite child? It's not an easy question to answer. All right, and the last and final question, it's not specifically a question that I get asked by my followers a lot, but it's more of like my friends and family. And it is a valid question because they can physically come to my room and see it and be like, dude, you're running out of space. What are you doing? I even asked myself that question. I don't know. Like, my friends and family would be like, oh, it's just gonna end up like going into like your living room or your den or like other rooms in your house. And I'm like, I don't want it to. Like, I'm trying my best to contain it into one room, because if I don't contain it, then I will go crazier, you know? Like, I already buy Funko Pops like crazy. So I'm like, if I expand to other parts of my home, I would probably be like crazier. Because I have limited space, I'm like more picky on like, oh, should I buy that pop? Should I just like not buy it? Like, do I really like that pop, or is it just okay? So I try to limit myself in not buying, you know, so many pops. But of course, if there's a sale, then, you know, I'm all in. But for the most part, like, I try to be picky with what I purchase, but it is hard. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, actually. I am already running out of space. Like, if you take a look at my room, there's tons of pops on the floor where I just don't have like a place for them. I used to have space on my walls, but like my walls are completely filled. But I love hearing your guys' questions, and I do want to create more YouTube videos for you guys and to create longer videos for you guys. So I'd love to hear your guys' like questions, and even if you guys have video concept ideas for me, I'd love to hear them and I'd love to create them for you guys. So please leave your questions and your video concepts and your video ideas and like things that you want to see from me down in the comments. I'd love to see them, and I'd love to like commit to YouTube more and to, you know, give you guys what you all deserve, and to provide the content that you guys want to see. I mean, without you guys watching, then I have no point of creating these videos. So I want to create content for you guys and for what you want to see. So please let me know down in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys thumbs up this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I promise I have more YouTube videos coming up, and I'm putting it out here. I am committing to creating more YouTube content for you. I promise. So please let me know your ideas down in the comments, and I'll try my best to put out as many of the video ideas that you guys give me out there. But until next time, peace.